Trey Renee, and I hope you are ready for some fun, food, and fabulousness, because we have all of that lined up for you today, and perhaps maybe even a bit of foolishness, since we're starting our show out with a glass of wine. Okay, scratch that. Many glasses of wine. Here to show us why the label always matters, we welcome back Pat the Wine Guy Hellberg. Hey, Pat.
Trey.
So good to see you.
Always great to be here. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Now, I know that New Year's resolutions can be tough to keep.
Oh.
I've got one today that's easy to keep.
Really? What's that?
Drink different wine in 2018. It's as simple as that.
I like that resolution, and I do believe that's one I'll be able to keep.
Well, you mentioned the wine rut, and you know, a lot of us do kind of get into a wine rut. We drink Cabernet all the time,
right.
or Pinot Noir,
yes.
Chardonnay. That's not really a bad rut to be in.
I was going to say, I mean, if you have one that you like.
Yes, right. But there are so many great different varietals out there, easy to find all over town. So I suggest, you broaden your spectrum a little bit.
Oh.
Try some different wines. They're from all over the world, too, and they make it here to our stores. They're too good not to try, let's put it that way.
But if you don't know, I mean, because, you get into your own wines that you like.
Right.
And then you go into a store and there's like so many offerings. So how are you supposed to know what's what?
We're going to help you out. We're going to get to the different wines in just a second.
Okay.
First, a little exercise, and you're going to participate in this.
Oh, boy. Is this a setup?
Well,
okay.
here's the scenario. You're on your way home.
Yeah.
You want to buy a bottle of wine, maybe for dinner or for a party, whatever the case may be.
Sure.
And you go to the store, and there you are confronted with that dreaded wall of wine.
Yes.
Hundreds of different bottles.
Right.
Just for fun, I went to one of our bigger grocery stores around town last night. I counted 214 different types of Chardonnay alone. Just Chardonnay.
Really?
In that one store. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. See, that's overwhelming. That's too much.
It's too much. So we'll have some tips here in a second.
All right.
In the meantime, back to the exercise. What we have here, we've taken those hundreds of different types of wine and boiled them down to 3. We've got 3 red blends, all about the same price, all appear on the shelf about the same place. So we've got these bottles facing the camera so the folks at home can see them. We've got identical bottles behind so you can see the same wine.
Okay.
So, again, the experiment. Wine, all about the same price, red blends, pick one.
Based off of?
Pick one.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go with this one.
And why did you pick that wine?
I like the bold label. I don't know, it spoke to me.
That's right. You like the label. We buy wine because of labels. Research shows that up to 80% of wine purchases are influenced by the labels. I don't know if that's good or bad. It's going to happen. It will continue, but there are ways to get around that. One way is to get to know your wine steward. Wine steward will get to know your sweet spot, your wine wheelhouse, and they can point you in a good direction.
So even in a regular grocery store, you can
you
can find somebody to sort of
a lot of stores have
narrow it down to your taste based off of the wine you already like.
Your flavor profile.
I see.
What your tendencies are.
Wow.
Or you can go to patthewineguy.com. We have dozens of free reviews and recommendations on good wines at good prices. So I hesitate to say keep buying wine just because of the label, because if you do that, you're going to kiss a lot of frogs. Because there's a lot of bad wine behind some nice labels.
Oh, man. Okay, so have you ever picked some frogs?
I pick frogs all the time. I kind of do this for a living.
You kiss them too? Just had to ask. Okay.
My frog to keeper ratio is going down, though. Yeah.
That's good, because you are the wine guy, so you're going to help us then. Okay.
All right.
So labels, yes, we do base our selections
Do a little
off of
research,
that.
just trying to help the folks get behind the label, get beyond the label, and get some good wine.
Okay.
So now let's try some new varietals that maybe you haven't drunk before. Try them and, again, expand your spectrum here for the new year.
Highly likely
Try
I have
this
not
first
tasted
one.
any
Okay,
of
this
these.
is Malbec. I know a lot of people know about Malbec. Personally, I hadn't had Malbec in years until last week. A wine steward at one of the stores I go to suggested try this Catina Malbec from Argentina. I did. Pleasantly surprised.
Shall I?
Please.
Okay.
Malbec, very big in South America.
Oh,
and
that's
it's
bold.
got a nice red profile, you know, bold, like you say, big body. I think it's a nice alternative to Cabernet or the red blends that we drink so much of here. So
Pastor loves a Malbec.
Okay.
He
good,
does. He
good,
does. So
good.
this will be good. Every time you come, you do realize it's the gift that keeps on giving, because Astor's super happy because I'm always coming home with information or a special treat. So this one's for you, babe. Okay.
Happy to please that. Okay. Now, if you're a white drinker, you're drinking a lot of Chardonnay, drinking a lot of Pinot Gris.
Yeah.
Here's one to branch out with, Pinot Blanc. This particular Pinot Blanc is from Alsace in the northeastern area of France, but there's some really nice Pinot Blancs that come out of Oregon. There's some that come right out of Dundee. What I like about Pinot Blanc is that it's kind of, it's refreshing. It's
Yes.
a little lighter body. Not
Very
as
light.
much going on as in a Chardonnay. Certainly no oak at all like there is in Chardonnay. People call this a party pleaser. You could pour this one at a party, and you'd have a hard time finding anybody saying, I don't like this wine.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, this is a very democratic wine. Hard to find people. Oh, not political. Not,
Watch it now.
Yeah,
Watch
sorry.
it. That's a whole nother show.
It is a wine that a lot of people like.
Got you. Okay.
All
All
right.
right. That's
So,
good. That's
those
good.
are a couple of varietals you might try. Malbec, Pinot Blanc. Here is a country you might try. Spain. I think Spain, year in, year out, very underrated. I brought 2 Spanish reds. I think great values coming out of Spain. I brought a Monastrell, and what you're tasting is a Garnacha, which is Spanish for Grenache.
Oh, okay.
This is Evodia. Again, available all over town. This wine, remarkable story. I've been following it for years. Used to be $10. Now it's $9. You can find this for $8.99.
No.
No, it's a fantastic wine. I think
This is really good. For under $10?
$8.99.
Another sip of that.
You can find it all over town, like I say, and I think it holds up to wines that are 2 to 3 times that price.
It's good.
Yeah.
It has a little tartness
Yeah.
to it, or I don't know if that's because I'm following it up after having had the lighter Pinot Blanc.
Could very well be.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But it's not. It's good for, especially for that price point.
Yeah, I
How
think
about
it's
the rest of these?
The terrific
these other
buy.
two?
About 15 here and about 15 here.
Oh yeah, that's
This one's
doable.
Pinot Blanc's a little tougher to find. The Malbec is all over town.
Okay, got
And-
it. I'm on it.
So there's just lots of great varietals out there that maybe you're not, you know, there's Gewürztraminer and Tempranillo and Chenin Blanc, and it goes on and on and on.
That's why you're the wine guy, because you know all that stuff. Just bring me the bottles and I'll just sip.
That's your resolution. New wine,
Yes,
new
I'm
year.
on it. I'm on it. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Trey.
It's always great to have you here. We're going to have more information about Pat the Wine Guy for you on our website.